Hey, what's up guys, Prime Films Inc. here, and we are on the second part of our Sinking Simulator Let's Play. It's been a while since I have made a proper video like this. I said that in the other video, I do believe. But yeah, this is the second part, and we'll jump straight ahead, and we will start off with the second part of our Sinking Simulator series. Yeah, so basically last episode there wasn't a lot going on, we just messed around with a few ships. I do believe we sank the Titanic. This episode I have actually edited the Titanic, and I have given it a unique design, so that hopefully, even if you went and cut the ship right in half, it wouldn't even sink. It would still stay afloat, but at an awkward angle. And that's really something that that's something that I really want to test out at the end. So let's jump in. Let's load up a ship. We'll just start off with any random one. Let's see. Go with ship 2. Okay, so here we have a kind of aircraft carrier type of looking ship. It's fairly large, to be honest. We'll just change these settings to that. Okay, we'll just start off having a bit of a, mess around, as you may call it, just sinking this ship, and then we'll get on to the new design that I gave for the Titanic. Alright, let's say there's a few punctures, maybe got torpedoed in the front, and also the engines at the back, say they explode. And yeah, we'll just let the events unfold from here. I've put the waves on maximum. Seems a bit more fun when you do it that way. Water's filling up relatively fast throughout the ship. Not very fast around the stern, which is the back. Back and front doesn't really matter what you call it. So yeah, not a lot going on really. So this is the second part. Third part will be the last part, but yeah, I really want to do another series on something or on a similar game or something, which should be really fun. Minecraft, like I've said on the talk with Prime Time LP, my Minecraft series is paused at the moment, and hopefully for Christmas I should be getting a gaming computer and all that, so a lot more interesting videos will be going up. And I've reached 20 subscribers, yay. Yeah, nothing huge, and the ship has broken it in two. Yeah, it's so cool. Like I said, you might be thinking this game's really boring. How can you play this game? It's actually really fun. Download link is in the description. If you've not seen part 1, go check it out. It's just me playing around sinking some ships, as this is called Sinking Simulator. Alright. I might seem a bit distracted. I do have a film on in the background, but I've got it on mute, and it's one of my favorite films. Yeah, this ship did sink pretty quick, well, quick-ish. Yeah, in about a few minutes. Yeah, I do want to do another series on some other games. I do want to get some console games up on my channel, some of the new ones, but I can't at the moment. I don't have all the software, and yeah, so that's a bit of a shame. But well, this is actually quite cool. The way it's swinging down, I find that quite cool. Anyway, I just thought I'd tell you what's going on, like behind the scenes, as you may call it. My life. Yeah, I'm still at school and all that. Very interesting. Probably not. But anyway, I know that the Xbox One and PS4 are coming out in November, I think. Well, I know the PS4 is. And I'm not actually going to get the PS4. I was going to get it for Christmas, but I'm going to actually wait until they make a second model. Like they did with the PS3, like they had the first model that had the yellow light of death, but then on the second model they fixed it, and then they had the third model, which was the super slim. And yeah, I'm going to wait till the second model comes out, and I'll probably get that. And for Christmas I hope to get a gaming computer, but you never know. I might get it, I might not. So yeah, that's pretty much it, really. Oh god, this thing's just standing up like a tower. Will it fall? Maybe if we go like that. We cut a hole out of it. Might just not. It's going that way. It's going over to the right. Oh my god, this guy just goes on forever on this game. Actually, do you know what? Just to have some fun. Whee! I love doing that. Wait, can we see it? Can we see it? There it is. It's just there. Yeah, so brilliant. Alright, let's get a new ship. Alright, let's move on to the Titanic, which I believe gave it a design to make it unsinkable. There it is. I have changed the design. Come on. Here we are. Here it is. But just to be on the safe side, I'm gonna put it in some calm waters. Strength of 8. Yeah, as you can see, I have made a lot of designs, and hopefully this design should make it unsinkable. I've like separated off the compartments and made them into like a kind of shape. So if these were to sink, they still have all the air up here in the top section above the watertight compartments. If they flooded, that would still be full of air. Should hopefully keep the ship afloat. And one of them has been split into two. I do believe if you cut it directly in half, this ship would not sink, which we'll try that right at the very end. And I'm just going to cut off these masks because they're annoying. And yeah, I've kind of given the outer shell a different color kind of thing, and I've made the double bottom, if that's what you want to call it, I've given it another layer, basically made it thicker. So we'll go ahead and we will fill up this first compartment and this third compartment, and fill up just these three in the middle, because that will pull it forward and that will pull it down in the middle. And if it snaps off, like being pulled inward, kind of like that, kind of like a, I was doing it with my hands then, I didn't expect you to see, I don't have a face cam, whatever you want to call it. But that, if the water in the middle does fill in quicker, it should pull it down by the front. I'm going to change the water pressure because I don't want this video to be too long, because the speed of uploading can sometimes be atrocious on my laptop and internet or whatever you want to call it. So we can see that it's being pulled down along with the bow. We're starting to see some splits, a lot of pressure getting up. I don't think it will snap, but if it did, it would be good, and would be good because of the plan. I'm going to put one hole just there, because it will flood in from the middle and hopefully pull it down quicker. But it's kind of like an angle where it's kind of like the bow's being pulled down, but the water from the middle is kind of even it out. I might just like make it a bit weaker around there, and it should eventually just give way and just collapse in the middle. And then the two sides, well, the bow might sink, but we can refloat it by cutting off the airtight compartments. And if this does give way, which is my plan, then the stern should still float, which is brilliant. Like I said, sorry if I've been a little bit distracted. I do have a film on it. It's one of my favourites. So sorry about that. Excuse me, just got a drink. Yeah, the third part will probably be the last part, and I do have a really good idea for doing the last part. And a lot of my friends say to me, well, some of them, one of them actually, when I mean a lot, yeah, basically one of my friends said to me, why do you make YouTube videos? They barely any people watch them, which is true. Not people watch them, but I enjoy making them, and even though not like only like, I don't know, 100 people watch them, it's still good. It's just fun to make, really. I guess, yeah, it's just something I enjoy, and I've really been taking a liking to doing these I don't know what you could call commentaries. Oh, this is giving way. I do believe it's going to crack all the way up. I'm going to actually turn up the strength, because then it might be very interesting to see what happens, because the bow is actually being lifted out of the water by the front. And I do think on this version, which is the Alpha 1.3, I don't know if they brought out Alpha 1.4, but yeah, I do believe that if, like, I've tried it before, I think water can actually get out of the compartments, not just stay in. This is actually quite interesting. How this is just sinking really awkwardly. The stern will definitely stay afloat because of my, pardon me, because of my terrific design. Yeah, basically for the last part, I have got a really good idea that I think you'll guys enjoy. I do plan on making, well, maybe making a tutorial on how to make your own ship in Sinking Simulator Alpha 1.3. I don't have Steam, because you can get it on Steam Greenlight or something. I have no idea what that is. And I know it's a lot better, it's better than this version or whatever. I know it's different, I think. But yeah, not a lot going on. Just being pulled under. Yep, this is... Oh, that just gave way. It's holding on, though. The stone's kind of being lifted, and the bow's being lifted up. If we fill these compartments, it might, like, even it out. I'm going to put more weight on the front, but I doubt it, because it looks like this thing's going to snap anyway. I might just hold on, like, right at the end, because they're both being pulled down, but they're not exactly being pulled apart. If I grab this bit and I go pull it forward, yeah, I think that is going to actually break off, if I do say so. Although, oh my god, I've barely got the water on any deepness whatsoever. I'll just put it a little bit deeper. There we go. It's hanging on by a thread, and yeah, it's gone. It's gone completely. But I do believe that the stern will stay afloat. Alright. So the bow's sinking, but it still has this compartment full of air, which I have a plan to actually cut off and refloat that section of the ship. But I'm gonna have to do it quite quickly, otherwise it's going to hit the bottom. And it's already gone in. Oh my, oh, that's just how much of a fail I am. Never mind. If it had hit, I was worried it would cause damage to the compartment and let the water in. Yeah, if I'd have left it, it probably would have gotten in to that compartment. But yeah, that's the bow down, really. Bow down sounds so weird. Yeah, I was so basically, if I get my gaming computer for Christmas, it'll be really good, because there's a game called Kerbal Space Program or something, and I'd really like to do a series on that, because it's such a great game. I've played it a few times before, and yeah, with the gaming computer you can do so much on it, and I really want to get one. But yeah, hopefully I should get one for Christmas, and I'll do a lot more videos for you guys. Anyway, here's the plan. We're gonna like cut down here with this part of the ship. But we're not quite just gonna edge our way up, trying not to make it snap into the other compartments, and yeah, bring it down and refloat the main part of the stern. This kind of reminds me, I don't know if you know about the Costa Concordia ship, but they have like tilted it up. They have tilted it up right now. I think it was somewhere near Spain or something. They tilted it upright because I saw the plan they were going to do. They like pulled it up with cranes. Took them like 2 days or something. I can't remember. I only saw part of the video. Yeah, but basically what I can see here is water's going to get into this compartment. It's going to like just sit in it at an angle. So let's reload it, and for the end of this video, let's pause it and let's cut this ship right down the middle, straight in half, whatever you want to call it, all the way down to the double bottom. Put a big gash in the bow, and that's basically it. The bow will most likely sink, even though I didn't actually intend on doing that. But yeah, the bow may actually stay afloat, but I'm not too sure. The water's getting into the middle, pulling the middle of the ship downwards, stern rising immediately. The bow's kind of sitting evenly as the water fills. Okay, so it's kind of been bounced back up the air, and yeah, water's kind of pulling the bow of the ship down. I do believe the bow might float, but it does have a hole in the back, so it might just like sit there. So we'll have to like cut it off, maybe. But the double bottom was what they called it. It might be the hull or whatever now. Sorry if I do use the wrong words. You know what I mean. That might hold on. I didn't want to cut it all the way down to that section because I wanted to see if it would snap or hold on. Basically, I think I don't know what we're up to on this anyway. But yeah, this thing's rising out of the water already, but that's probably because of just the water from the bow and stuff. The bow's being pulled down from the back now. It's probably gonna sink. So I'm gonna start to detach it. From this section. And like refloat it ish, but I have to be ever so careful because I don't want the water to get in. Oh damn, I messed that up. But if there was any way I could somehow prevent that flooding, it would be good. Alright, so one tiny hole in the bow, and we've managed to reflood that temporarily until the water gets in. That's holding on. That's swinging down. That's probably pulling the stern downward, and not anymore. That's going to tear off. And I do believe that the stern will stay afloat, and that will stay afloat temporarily. I don't actually have a way to stop that, but I think we did pretty well, to be fair. The stern's still floating. The bow, part of the bow, the bridge section, if that's what it's called, I think, is temporarily floating until that flooding gets the best of them. But yeah, we'll just cut this off from the stern, detach it or whatever you want to call it. Just cut it off. Try not to fail and get any holes in it like the last one. Now if that tears, it might tear through the compartment, which is not what I'm aiming to do. Okay, there's a hole in the compartment, but that's okay because it's above the water level. So that section of the stern should float. And the flooding is starting to kind of get the best of that area of the ship now. So yeah, that's basically it for this part. So my design does work. If you do cut it in half, kind of, and make a few edits along the way, it will still stay afloat. So that's it. Thank you for watching, guys. And yeah, I'll see you guys on hopefully my next video, which will be part 3. So I'll see you guys later.
Allons-y.
But yeah, that second compartment of the ship is to the top right. And yeah, this is the overflow systems, and then back and back like that. Like I don't know, I saw some,
Whatever you do.
saw another